and welcome to the Morning Expresso by the Indian Express. My name is Rahil Philippos and here is today's big story. Alluding to the build-up of Chinese military power across the line of actual control, the centre has told the Supreme Court that wider roads are required in the Char Dham mountain region of Uttarakhand to transport missiles like the BrahMos and other critical defense equipment. The project to widen 889 kilometers of road to provide all-weather access to major pilgrimage sites in Uttarakhand has led to a heated debate with members of a Supreme Court appointed high-power committee divided on the width of the road. And now for our stories exclusive to the Indian Express. As divisive and inflammatory content increased across global markets, including India, it was the team that was reviewing hate speech at Facebook that faced cost cuts. This is flagged in internal documents that were recently reviewed by the Indian Express. To reduce expenses, the social media company proposed three potential levers at an internal level. One was to review fewer user reports, the other was to review fewer proactively detected pieces of content, and the third was reviewing fewer appeals. In effect, the cleanup was the casualty. Meanwhile, the Election Commission plans to start mapping the population of migrant workers across the country as it prepares a roadmap for the rollout of remote voting. According to officials, the poll panel will conduct the exercise to assess the deployment of remote voting machines in the future based on available data on the migrant population. Next up are our stories from the front page. Making it clear that he will be supervising the preparations for the upcoming assembly polls in Uttar Pradesh, Home Minister Amit Shah is set to chair a meeting in Varanasi today, which will be attended by those in charge of the 403 constituencies as well as state leaders, including Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. Despite making a public announcement in January that it had seized 31 bitcoins worth rupees 9 crore from a hacker who was arrested in November 2020, the Bengaluru police made no mention of the seizure in its charge sheet filed the next month. The disappearance of the 31 Bitcoin is in fact one of the primary reasons for a cloud of suspicion of corruption around the case involving the hacker. The Enforcement Directorate has detained Lalit Goyal, Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Ireo Group, and is questioning him in a case of money laundering and diversion of funds of investors. The ED has been probing a Foreign Exchange Management Act violation case against the company since 2010. And now for our must-reads. It's out with the old and in with the new for the Rajasthan Congress, where 3 senior ministers will be stepping down and 12 new faces will be joining the cabinet as part of a cabinet reshuffle set to take place after November 14th. The party has decided to implement a one-man, one-post principle in Rajasthan, which will see top ministers Raghu Sharma, Harish Chaudhary and Govind Singh Dotasra from the Ashok Gehlot government stepping down. At present, the Gehlot ministry has 21 ministers. 9 ministerial posts have been laying vacant. While a French news agency has claimed that payments to the tune of 7.5 million euros were made by Dassault Aviation to defense middleman Sushant Mohan Gupta between 2007 and 2012, the CBI submitted in a court last year that payments in the form of commission were made as early as 2003 to a company associated with Gupta. According to the CBI charge sheet, around 4.5 crore rupees were received in the accounts of Interstellar Technologies from Dassault Aviation between 2003 and 2006 through IDS Infotech. SVA group of countries including India and China have rejected the first draft of the expected agreement from the Glasgow climate conference and asked for changing the entire section on enhancing mitigation action. The group, which calls itself like-minded developing countries, accused the developed countries of new carbon colonialism, attempting to transfer their responsibilities onto the rest of the world and trying to impose new rules. And finally, sometime in 2017, New Zealand's T20 semi-final hero Jimmy Neesham was gripped by a growing sense of depression. He would wake up on the mornings of games, open the shades of his room and hope for rain. It got to a point where Neesham even considered quitting cricket. But Heath Mills, the head of Player Association in New Zealand Cricket, encouraged him to seek help and then to take it a game at a time. That's all for today's Morning Expresso. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to the Indian Express for the latest news updates.